Cool.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I'm here with two amazing people, two amazing light workers, two amazing projectors, two amazing, just amazing dope ass souls. Welcome. I'm here with Kendall Milton of Kundalini Kendall and Michael Boothby of Michael Boothby Creative. And we're here today because this is a special activation, which is actually a part two. The first part is on Kendall's channel that I will link below, and I highly recommend it as it is an amazing part one and an explanation of the theme of this activation. Because for those who are familiar with human design, for those who are not, I will link what human design is and maybe how you can find yours is below. It's all of humanity is broken up into a few different archetypes based on just our astrology, and it's a practical format. And all three of us are projectors. And so projectors are a specific type of population, and we are here to empower and shine awareness on what it's like to be a projector and give us support in what we need. So the first part of the first activation that is on Kendall's was more of a divine feminine side of this, where I will be doing a more divine masculine. You know, regardless of who you are, we have both. So this will be a complementary. And the beginning of Kendall's activation explains everything that we're doing here, and because this is for a retreat that we're hosting in December, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So without further ado, I want everybody to introduce themselves, starting with Kendall.
Hi, I'm Kendall. I am a 1/4 emotional projector in human design. But as a human, I'm a screenwriter and actor in Hollywood, and I'm also a psychic channel and an energy healer. And I feel like those all kind of come together with me. Like I really feel like I'm here to help every unique souls and misfits of the world, and especially women, kind of come into their power and realize their true potential. And it's whether I'm telling stories or I'm healing, it's kind of all the same for me. So, yeah, that's me. And I also do a lot of energy healing activations on Kundalini Kendall. So you can subscribe to me on there for all kinds of cool psychedelic shit like that I channel. Yeah. And then Mike.
Mike.
Cool. Hey everyone, I'm Michael Boothby from Michael Boothby Creative. I'm a 1/3 emotional projector, and I guess on a more worldly level, I am a breathwork practitioner, a divinator, and a muse. So I use tools like breathwork, rebirthing breathwork, the tarot, Greek mythology, and improvisational theater. I help others breathe, create, and transform. So I'm here to really empower others to find the deepest, most authentic part of themselves, get rid of all the conditioning, so they can shine and live a life full of purpose and meaning. And I'm happy to be here to support Matt. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thank you for being here, both of you. And so even if you're not if you even if you don't identify with human design or you're not a projector, I still invite you to do this activation because there might be just something there to activate you in this guided meditation activation. I just want to say GMA for now on, just like shorten it GMA, guided meditation activation. So yes, so check out Kendall's. I'll link it that below and all for both of their information. And so, thank you for being here. And just sit back, relax, and let's get activated. So, Kendall will be holding sacred space for me as a energy channel, and Michael will be pulling a card through in the activation. So, from a very, very cool classical Greek mythology deck. So, stay tuned for that. So, to the here and now, take a deep breath in. And out. Bring yourself to the here and now. I am connecting to you through time and space. drawing sacred Reiki symbols. If you are open and receptive to an energy activation for whatever you most need and per your intentions, then say yes. Continue to breathe. Feel the room around you, the space around you fade as best you can, and allow my voice, the words I say, and the energy that rides within the current to take you on a journey. In your mind's eye, look down at your feet and see your feet standing, placed on concrete, whether a road or a sidewalk. You are in an urban environment. You see how the concrete is bland, old, and cracking. It doesn't feel right, but it's there. Around you, there are buildings. As you are in an urban environment. Feels inorganic, feels constricting. And as you look around, there is unhappiness. There is things that we see that we don't like, just generally. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of tension, frustration, anger, fear. It is an unsettling and unnerving energy. Within all things, people screaming at each other, information distorted and forced. It is a world, unfortunately, that we have seen far too much of. But without triggering, let's just observe this, just for the time being. Systems, structures, things in our world that we have known are not serving, that you have always known as a part of you that sees it differently than others. This is what a lot of humanity has known for far too long. It's okay to feel however you're feeling at the moment. As you look around at the state of your environment and the world, seeing how unideal it is. And as you move through this environment, it begins to feel more ungrounding. It begins to feel less safe and just overpowering in ways of noise and confusion. You try to move and go to other places, but are just met with more of the same. Other people don't see it. They see it how this is the way, and this is how it always will be. But something within you, a light, knows better. Even if that is the only light you have ever known, that is very alone, it is enough at this moment. Nurture that and attend to that. Continue to breathe and sink into yourself, going inward to this light, to this flame. Even if it's dim like a pilot light of a stove, it is enough right now. Allow it to be met with your heart, and allow it to burn just a little brighter, allowing the outside noise, confusion, distortion, distractions, and illusions to fade away as best they can. There is information within that flame, within that light that you carry. And it might be hard to hear, to know, or decipher. So we must go to a place above it all. We surrender and we pray to our higher self, God, Goddess, Source, the universe, divine sacred powers that be that assist us. And we are going to rise above the noise. Look back down at your feet and see your feet starting to break off of the pavement of the concrete as you begin to float and very gently rise upwardly, floating higher and higher and higher, continuing to rise into the sky, going away as you ascend from the human world, the matrix world. All that noise, distortion, distraction, and illusion begins to muffle as you continue to rise higher and higher through the clouds, going up more and more. Seeing now above the clouds, seeing the light that exists above the clouds that blanketed over that urban environment, above all shadows that shroud and cover and distort, hide and hinder, is this freedom and this light continuing to rise until things get very quiet as we now breach into outer space. You are safe here. And in this moment, you can breathe. Breathe deeper and greater, freer than you ever have before. You can see clearer and farther than you ever have before. As we have retreated to a vantage point, like crows on a wire, seen from a higher perspective, that noise, the illusion, the distractions, the distortions now seem so far away, faint. And from this higher point we can see them for what they are, non-attached, from neutrality. Just floating here in space, floating in the freedom, in the vacuum, is very peaceful. And just that peace, just that rest, just the pause from the constant bereavement of everything you experience on a daily basis is healing enough. Just taking a moment here to absorb and bask in this. Just looking around, freely noticing, what do you see here? From complete neutrality. This is where we are getting a higher perspective. This is where we are going to tap into our knowledge, our knowing, our truth. You can look down and see your feet dangling as you float above Mother Earth, seeing her rotate beneath your feet, just hanging there, suspended. Just move your feet around and see how you're just very free right now. And in this space, the light of the sun crests over and around Mother Earth as we are now illuminated by the sun, feeling divine light codes that are gifting us new information as well as activating latent information and inner knowing, fanning that flame within you, that knowing that you truly have always known, the way of seeing, the way of perceiving, the knowing. No one can take this from you. This is very true and intrinsic to you and your being. Maybe it's glowing a specific color as it shines and spreads throughout your entire being. Sheathed in golden, glistening, green, blue, rainbow, platinum, whatever light. Bellowing with each breath, inside and out. Other parts of your body activated. Centers, chakras. You were remembering as you were coming online. And though you have felt alone before, this space feels very peaceful. We also are going to invite in deities, gods, to bring us information of whatever we need right now. Trusting and allowing this information to be perfect in whatever way, even if our ego, our mental, or conscious mind doesn't understand, allowing what needs to come through. And to my friend Michael, in this space, drawing upon the Greek gods, Greek deities, who is to come through at this moment for us. Remaining here and allowing us to be met by these beings.
It's Persephone again.
How perfect. In the first part of this activation, that was a major theme. Is there any information? Oh, go on.
If I may, I feel like I'm being called to almost like channel a message from her energy to share, since I felt so connected to it, if you're okay with that.
Fire away, sister.
Okay. We have each undergone our own collective transformation and underworld in order to get to this point. And only because we went through all of that are we now able to move forward and lead humanity into this completely new way of being from this bird's eye view? But only because we were so in it were we able to rise to this point. And so everyone kind of listening to this activation, tuning into how you can take the wisdom of your own unique path and journey and your own exploration through the depths of your own underworld into this place of leadership, into this place of, now that I've been in it, I can see where things need to move, where things need to go. And looking down perhaps on the rest of humanity, not from a place of better than or ego, but from a place of compassion, from a place of love, from a place of, I know what that's like. Come with me. Come up here. Come up here and I'll show you how. Coming together as a one, having love and compassion for those who aren't where we're at. Having love and compassion for those who are stuck down below, going through the same cycles. We don't need to go back down there. We don't need to stoop to that level. We stay here with our bird's eye view, but with the energy of, come up here. There's a lot better view from this vantage point. So just maybe tuning into anywhere in your own life. Perhaps you've been going through a very deep healing journey and transformation, and you do feel like you've emerged as the queen or king or whatever gender you identify. You've just emerged into this energy of royalty and to this energy of reverence or leadership. But also many of us have people, be it family, be it anyone in our lives, who maybe they're still stuck in the underworld. And that doesn't mean that we don't love them. And so right now I think I'm being called to say, what is that balance of, I'm not leaving you behind, but I'm also not going to step down to your level. How can we lead with love? How can you lead with love in your own personal life? How can you be the example, but not in this way where it just feels unattainable to those who haven't transformed in the way you have? So I'm just inviting you, I'm flowing just some healing energy, just inviting you to reflect in your own life where this might be. Maybe there's relationships in your life you've had to let go of, or you felt like you needed to let go of because you weren't on the same level of consciousness anymore, coming from the same place. But what would it look like to not stoop to their level, but to extend a hand, to embody love? Flowing healing energy to your heart as I'm feeling a lot of heart opening happening. And I invite when you feel guided. I invite if Michael or Matt want to jump in with any other archetypes that might have wisdom for us at this time.
Hmm. I just want to add a little because what you just channeled there was very accurate to the energy of Persephone, which I just think is very interesting that we chose her intentionally for the first activation, and then in the second, in a random draw, she comes right back because I feel like this archetype of Persephone is so relevant to projectors and to these times, um, because this archetype is all about aspiring to a more meaningful life or a spiritual awakening. And just like you said, Kendall, when you do aspire to a more meaningful life and you start to shift, not everyone's gonna get it. People might fall away, and yet I believe that that's only making space for people who are ready for your gifts, or that meaning, or maybe just to be inspired by you, because you don't even have to you don't have to change anyone else. Just you following your passions, following your heart, finding that deeper meaning and living a more meaningful life is enough. I'll send it back to you, man.
Thank you, my brother and sister, for your gifts, your medicine, and what you channeled, your insight. The gods have spoken and gifted you this perspective, this energy. And from up here, still floating above Mother Gaia, all that we gained, it is time to take this back down. So absorbing, saturating this energy just a bit longer. Look back down at your feet and see your feet dangling again above Mother Gaia as she rotates beneath. You are going to fall all the way back down. I know this place is peaceful and you might not want to leave, but there is a initiation at hand, and this is to be trusted. So the same as if you were on a roller coaster at the very peak, right before it drops, let this anticipation build. Look down and maintain your focus down at your feet through this entire process as you were suspended hundreds, thousands of miles above the earth. You are going to be released and fall. You're going to drop. Get ready. Anticipate it to come. And then drop. Start to feel as the G-force, as the energy, as your body, the acceleration of you plummeting towards Earth, as you feel weightless, and even your feet feel very heavy. It's like your organs, your lungs are very high up, and you are feeling yourself plummeting and being pulled faster and faster. As you are falling faster than actually you were being pulled, you are plummeting towards the earth now. Keep your focus at your feet. Do not close your eyes. Continue to fall. You start to glow like a space shuttle re-entering the atmosphere as you pass through the upper atmosphere, pass through the clouds, going faster and faster, seeing the clouds, the air whooshing past you, feeling the sensation, but it is okay. Continuing, going down faster and faster. As the clouds break, you start to see land formations, mountains, maybe cities. Wherever you are going to, there is a target right below you that you are going faster and faster. As the earth is coming faster towards your feet, you start to see and make out rivers, trees, buildings, maybe even cars, individual people, as you're going faster and faster, plummeting faster. You are several hundred feet out, and then finally you are jerked in the feeling of when you slam on the brakes in your car, as you then slowly start to slow down, and then finally coming close, and then gently touching and placing on the ground. And now you feel this groundedness. You're back here, but with an absolute clarity, with an inner security and a knowing of who you are, what you're here to bring, see, do, and say. You look around. Things may not be much different, but with this higher perspective, you have a task at hand. And as a projector, as a leader of the new world, you hold a key perspective. Look around you, whether you are in a city, in a mountain range, in a forest. More confident in who you are, your information, and what you would like to bring. You look to the sky as you still feel a little alone, but you see hundreds and thousands of glowing lights like falling stars showering down from the heavens. These are other projectors. These are the reinforcements. The cavalry is here. And you see them dotting and falling to other parts of the world that they are strategically needed, and even around you. I invite you to tap into other with the free will and the sanitary energy of the other, and the free will and permission of others here. We connect with others like us, other projectors. And we start to see and feel our power together is even greater. And look around the world. And with our perspective, with our gifts, our abilities, we are starting to shift and change. This is not a prison, but a sandbox. We are not alone anymore, and things are changing with us for the highest good of all involved. See, as we together, with our power, our energy, and light, start to construct new societies, new neighborhoods, new ways of living with Mother Gaia and each other, all in healthy, loving, honorable integrity. As we connect, we are now building this new world in this age of Aquarius now with each other, completely seen and recognized by each other for who we truly are and who we've been, and as we grow, celebrated. Feel this love as we live our Dharma and life purpose freely, authentically. The new world is here. I'm going to want you to be here for just a little bit longer as we will ground in this activation. as we build, as we conceive, as we are honored and celebrated for this. This energy is also gifted to Mother Gaia as this energy goes down deep, deep, deep into the womb and the core of Mother Gaia, connecting with the crystalline consciousness grid of her and all of her inhabitants, all beings, all other humans, people, plants, creatures, animals, critters, things, entities, spirits, divinely, all here as we are all on this amazing place, this amazing sandbox together where we will play and have a damn good time. Take a few deep breaths as we continue. Calling in the white flame of purification or any divine light into your space. Anything that was released and you no longer need is cleansed from you, your space. Sealing in this energy activation. Disconnecting, pulling my energy back. Wiping off my energy. And giving thanks to all here. Everyone that has done this activation, no matter who you are. Your light, your gifts, your abilities, your perspectives, who you are. Thank you, Goddess Persephone and all divine beings and tools and technologies who had a part to play in this. Thank you, Michael Boothby and Kendall Milton. So be it and so it is. It is done.
Thank you.
Mm.
And
welcome home, guys.
yeah, yeah.
We have landed.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. And a reminder is to, if you want to do the first part over on my channel, we've linked that below. But also, the three of us are leading a very powerful projector retreat to activate your power as a projector in December, and we've linked that below. And we've included also a code so you can get $33 off. And it's really just going to be an expansion of the energy that you found in both Matt and my activations today and what Michael brought forth too. We're just going to be really expanding on this Pluto and Aquarius energy, but for projectors specifically. So you can step into your own uniqueness and your own role as a leader as we enter this new era on the earth. And we're going to be doing a lot of deep work with your incarnation cross and different gates in human design. So you can really start to understand what makes you uniquely you and what unique gifts you have. And I also want to say that for anyone who's wanting to understand their own human design better, I have a Quantum Leap Through Human Design journal on my site where I have 21 questions and we get really into your gates, and it helps you understand what your biggest block has been in this life to understand your biggest gift. And for anyone who signs up for our projector retreat, you will get that for free. So I really invite you to sign up below, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, Kendall. For all of you, we'd love to see you there. Again, Kendall Milton, Kundalini Kendall, Michael freaking Boothby at Michael Boothby Creative. I'm MC War of the Light. Till next time, guys. Love and light.